Hey, hi
Hi,
Kim.
baby. Look at this.
Woohoo!
Back
Look at
again.
us. Back
Yeah.
again, recorded live and not in front of a studio audience.
Okay, very good. And I see you got the memo for the outfit to wear.
Yes, dark,
Black
white
and
and
white.
black.
Yeah,
Yes, of
we got
course.
the same memo.
We did get the same memo, and we do want to talk about kind of spiritual things. I
Yes.
do want to ask one of my questions, surprise questions to you,
Yes. Yes.
was about auras and colors.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do
So,
you want to? Okay.
do you want to start off with that? A
Why
surprise
not?
question out of the blue?
We can do that. I have some other questions. I want to say belated happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Does that make you a Cancer?
It does. I am
Oh,
a Cancer, so it's June 24th. I'm a
uh-huh.
Cancer with Gemini rising.
Okay. Well, I'm a Cancer as well. And
Awesome.
and I have a Virgo rising.
So happy belated birthday.
Well, not yet. It's coming up.
Oh, it is.
July
Well,
21st.
July. Okay, cool.
I'm right on the
Cool,
cusp,
cool,
but
cool.
yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm on the cusp too. So I've got like multiple personalities.
Well, especially with that Gemini in there. So no
I
wonder.
know, right?
The thing is, I have seen you. I'm not sure if this is your twin or who, but there are multiple of you in various channels. I've seen you around quite a bit. Very busy lately.
You mean on YouTube channels?
Yes, yes, YouTube channels.
Oh,
So
okay.
you've been busy. Are you okay? Shoot me a
I
question. Yeah.
all right, all right. Here we go. Okay, so you do aura paintings,
Yes.
right?
Color. Yes. Drawing.
So, right, what so this is a two-part question. How do
Okay.
we see auras if we're
Mm-hmm.
colorblind?
Okay. Right. And there's even people who taste, or there's people who are blind. Peggy, oh gosh, she started the whole movement actually with life colors, and she was blind, but she
Wow.
tasted color. So we use our clairs to see the aura, or feel, or know, or hear, or taste, or smell, even. So it's oftentimes very few people actually objectively see the auric field. I mean, you can practice, you can learn. And, if it's really strong, and I like to practice, especially if somebody's speaking in front of a podium, then I'll practice,
Yeah.
seeing that field around them.
Right?
But you can also know it. And it's
Ah,
amazing, really, how much we know. We know way more than what we think we know. So you can also maybe hear the colors. You can feel. I used to hear the chakras. I know that sounds weird. I would, when I was doing body work, I could put my ears down close to their body and hear the energy of the chakra. So we have so many more ways of perception than just seeing
yeah, right. Cool.
and
When you said
feeling.
hear, yeah, when you said hear the chakras,
Yes.
that, well, I heard that real loud. I mean, that kind of like was a highlight for me, which I don't think I have ever heard a chakra color,
Yeah.
but when you said that, it just was highlighted for me. So that's something that I'm going to dig into a little bit.
Yeah.
And all this, one of the things that you said about practice, I keep running across that. It's that for me especially, it's all about practice and getting quiet, the meditation, and practicing and working on your intuitive skills and your psychic skills and things like that.
Yeah.
So
I
awesome.
I totally affirm that. Um,
Yeah.
because even if you stop practicing for a couple months, you'll probably talk yourself out of ever knowing it at all. You
Right.
see, it is It is practice. And the more you practice, the better you get, just like with anything.
Right.
Anything
Right.
at all. And you can't learn it just by watching somebody else do it. You've got to actually do it.
Do it. And then you get all scared
Yeah.
because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm crazy. I'm talking to myself. I don't want to be in this room by myself all alone, with my guides, because I don't know why the fear is there, but it is. And it's interesting that you talking about practice, because when I was young, and other psychics have talked about this, I would constantly be talking to my guides up until about 6, and then my parents' religious structure came in, and they said you can't talk to God. That's, you have to go to a priest and let the priest talk to, you're not worthy. The priest is worthy. He can give you direction. So you shut it down. And then for years and years and years, you've shut it down. Now, as we are opening back up to that ability to talk to spirit and get connected again, we have to start all over again, and we're practicing. So
Yes.
I think that's interesting.
Start over. We work with our most prominent clear, the easiest clear for us.
Yeah. And the clair,
yeah.
Talk about the clair, because maybe some people don't know.
Yeah. So
what you're saying.
The psychic sense of your subtle intuitive sensitivity. The sensitivities, clair meaning clear, like clear thinking, clear knowing, clear feeling. So when you go into that space of quietness, then you get to know your own subtle energy body better.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get to know your own body better, then you'll know when something else is coming in, whether it's a voice, whether it's a vision. So it's not, so you're like more open to the sensitivities. So it's clair is just like clear. It's another word for, I think it's French for clear.
Oh, it makes me want to eat an eclair.
Yes, exactly.
So how many clair senses do we have?
Yes.
Is it 5? Is it 8? Is it?
I think there could be more than 7, but okay. So we have the hearing, the seeing, the feeling, the tasting, the smelling, and then there's another one. Okay, when you talk about touching, that's different even. So is that 8? I think that's 8.
I wasn't counting.
Okay, so but I think there's even, there could be even more than that.
Yeah, but I agree.
There's at least 8.
Right. And it's interesting. We were talking about this before, we pushed the live record button. But in a shamanic journey, a lot of times when I'm in a class, a shamanic journey class, the facilitator would say, make sure you activate your senses. So when you go into a space, what are you smelling? What do you, what does it feel like on your feet? What do you know? What are your senses telling you? And so often we forget to do that. So I just wanted that to be a little clearer. Because sometimes we throw out words and maybe other people don't know exactly what they are.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I just that reminds me. I know we could just go on, and I know I've got a list of questions, but I just want to say one other thing, that when I was learning the shamanic technique back like 1995, I took my first class, and our teacher, which is Sandra Ingerman, you probably heard of her.
That's who I was talking about just then. Yeah, she's awesome. Yes,
I know.
yes.
Freeman. She was my first teacher. I've taken a few things from her, but anyway, she
And
told
were you taking that? Wait a minute. Were you taking that in person with her?
yes,
Oh, lucky you. Oh,
yes,
lucky you.
yeah, yeah. I've seen
Okay.
maybe
Okay.
3 or 4 classes with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one of the things that she said, which I'm just amazed, she always described her journeys like she was seeing like a dream, you know, she could all the colors and the visions. And then she said, but I don't see anything. I feel it. But she had no
Wow.
visual, her clairvoyant in her journeys. She said she didn't see anything.
Just felt it.
Yeah. Yes.
How powerful is that?
Yes. Right. But it sounded the way she described it, like she was seeing everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I just finished in the COVID space. She had a journey into nature, and it was a 6-week course. That was the course that kept me from taking your Claire's course that
Uh-huh.
you and Susan Lynn were doing,
Uh-huh.
because I was in that, and there's so much to learn that I feel like you've got to pare it down. You can't get too scattered. Too
Yes, I know.
much to learn. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah. So that was any more on that? You had was there a 2-part question on the color?
There is,
Okay.
and when people laugh,
Uh-huh.
what happens to the color of their chakras?
Okay. Yeah. Um, it, things do change. The changes fast, fast. Okay. More like a brightness, like a pink and a blue, like whew, like that, like whew. Okay. And it could be actually not just laughing. It could also be grief. It could be even a change of medicine. It could be just like that fast. Things change fast.
Yeah.
In that kind. Yeah, but it's almost like angles, like the Statue of Liberty, her
Right.
hat, kind of like
Yeah.
that. Just say, and then also with the heart.
So, going back to those, yeah, right, and going back to those emotions,
Yes.
anger, grief, but I'm focusing on laughter because we need
Yes.
so much of that now, because there's too much of all that other negative stuff.
Yes.
When you laugh and your heart chakra goes,
Yeah.
or your crown chakra, root chakra, how long does it stay there? Does
Uh-huh.
it go and come right back in, or is there a residual effect of well-being or whatever?
Uh-huh. I think it depends what your baseline is, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like you're teaching also, by the way, the more you laugh or the more you enjoy or the more you're in, keep your energies moving, the more your energies learn to stay that way.
Yes,
So,
of course. Right.
mhm. Yeah, you
Yeah.
teach your,
But
yeah, go ahead.
right. Yeah. It's like, when you laugh, and then the next time you laugh, it's easier. It's just practice, right? As we
Right.
go back into that, it's just practice to getting into that higher vibration, so
Yeah.
that we're not in the funk all the time, but we're in the joy. So
Yes. And I
cool.
wanted to
Okay.
say, I'll just add one more little thing on that because when you turn on those joy circuits, and that's another name for radiant circuit. So in the Chinese medicine, there's what's called radiant circuits, and they don't have lines like meridians. Meridians are in a straight line on our body, right? But the radiant circuits are outside of the body a little bit, and they jump around. So when you get one of those activated, it invigorates everything in the body, all the chakras
Yeah.
and the meridians too. But again, as you
Right.
just get those radiant circuits going to help everything feel better. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
And yeah, and those radiant circuits, I mean, we are so linear these days. And so as soon as we start coming to terms with our ideas that things aren't linear, that they're multi-dimensional,
Yeah.
then we really start flying.
And
That
this,
makes
I think this is
sense.
where we are now, Danny. right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we are in the world,
Yeah.
I think people are flying now.
Yeah.
So hold
Yeah.
on to your magic carpet.
That's right. That's right. All right. So those were, I do have more questions, but your turn.
Okay. All right. So I guess one of the things I want to know from you is, well, oh, I have so many questions here. But does water have emotion?
I love that question. And I was, I have that down because we passed questions back. So I wrote a list of questions. She wrote questions. We sent them at the same time. We both have a water question on here.
Oh, and you have, okay.
So, yeah, I do. Water. How do we treat water? How do we respect water?
Yeah.
Because we take the water from. So when I was in Shasta, I got to drink out of the Sacramento River headwaters coming straight out of the volcanic mountain
Ooh. Whoa.
of Mount Shasta.
Whoa.
So Lemurian water, Palladian water, whatever, higher source water. And what I heard was that some water bottling company wanted to go downstream a little bit and create a water plant so they could take this water, shove it in a plastic bottle, put it on a truck, put it in a grocery store so we could buy it, take this plastic bottle, throw it in the back of our car, drive around with it, get it all hot and full of estrogen, and then we go, oh, I'm thirsty, and we go replenish our bodies with this disrespected bottle of water. In my opinion, I don't think we're respecting the water as we get it from the source. And we're 90 or whatever percent water. So does that mean we're not respecting our own bodies? I mean, I kind of think that we need to just turn a little more. I know I'm preaching a little bit and I don't have an answer, but it's just something to think about. How we treat water is how we're treating ourselves. And that we should look at that a little bit. Does water have emotion? I truly think it does. I think there's science that does prove it. There is that guy who took a glass of water and put love, hate, anger on water and then took molecular pictures of the water. And you can go see it on the internet.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yes.
And it's fascinating. So yeah, I do think I do think it has feelings, and I think that tasting the pure water from Shasta, it invigorated me in a way that I wasn't expecting. Now we can't just all of us jump up to Shasta and go get some water, but we can bless our water personally and clean it with our thoughts and with just having a little respect for it. I hope I wasn't too preachy. I might have been preachy.
No, I agree. Yeah, and they say blue, putting the water in blue vases is very good for water. It's very healing for water. But I would imagine the water, if the company came and took the water, that water is not going to have the same energy at all as coming straight in the beauty and the radiance of that water coming from the source versus being in a plastic bottle. It's going to be a totally different water. What's totally different. It's not even going to be the same water.
Yeah, right. So I do think water holds energy. I mean, I know it. It holds energy, and I think, and again, it's a think, not a knowing, but I think that we can recharge the water. I haven't really thought about this or gotten quiet with it, but I think we can recharge the water, as you said, with putting it in different colored glasses and with our intentions too.
Yeah. You know, okay, this is just a little side note here. The other day I was working with somebody doing a reading and I saw Archangel Raphael coming in. And, you know, he's green, usually kind of a green or turquoise green, but he came in as a very dark green. And he told the sitter that they should drink green water in his memory. I don't know how you do that, but, you know, just, or everything to, you know, like the grassy green drink, or, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he was urging green.
Yeah, he was saying drink out of an old pond.
It was more the grassy green stuff, but it was
Okay.
was telling her to wear green shoes because she was so connected to Raphael. But this is off the subject. But yes, on my water filter at home, I have one of those reverse osmosis water filters. And I write on there, peace, love, abundance. I just have written, they say that even if you want to write, because we are 90% water. If you want to just have a day, you just write really good words on your body, you know, and wash them off, you know, or if you get a tattoo, make sure it's good, right?
Right. You know, it's funny. I have that same thing. One of my subscribers gave me stickers to put on my water filter. Because in California, we don't have as much water as you all in Texas.
You don't have that.
You have a lot of water.
Well, okay.
It rains a lot, doesn't it?
Some places.
Oh. Anyway, the reverse osmosis uses, you know, wastes a lot of water. It puts it back in. So I have a drip Berkey filter that keeps the minerals and all that stuff. It's not 100%. It's not, you know, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's a great filter, and it's stainless steel, and it's got what do I have on there? It's got the yin yang symbol about balance, and I can't remember what it said. I was just looking at it just the other day.
Nice.
Sticking symbols on there. Anyway, cool.
Cool. Yes. You know, go ahead. Is it your turn?
Oh, my turn. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. A lot of let's this is one I wanted to ask. So I know a lot of people want to, as you drink water. Where's mine? I don't have it here. Anyway, a lot of people are asking about Florida, but I think I'm going to hold off on that a little bit. I want to ask you, Medium Kim, who talks to dead people.
Yes.
I want to ask you, who is sitting at the table when we create our soul contract to be reincarnated?
Yeah. That's a really good question. I've thought about that a lot too. Well, the way I imagine it, first of all, when we come onto Earth, remember, we are interacting with so many different people. You know, you have your family, you have your friends, you have your coworkers. I mean, as you go through your whole life, right? So it takes a lot of planning. There's that, right? So think of that. So when I'm tuning into this table, I see your whole spirit family. And it doesn't matter. And this is a part of this is like your higher self of your spirit family. Okay? So whether they're reincarnated or not, it doesn't matter because their higher self will still be there. But you also have and I feel like it's very serious. This is a seriousness about the plan. It's like I see four, like, I want to say leader. I don't know if these are leaders or these are masters, kind of masters, but I don't know if it's the same one for each person. I think you're going to have your own set, you know, for that family or whatever. I see like four masters, one like a big leader. And also, you have to be in agreement. It's not like like everything's forced. You know, we still have free will. You know, your life is still free will. But everybody, all the higher, what do you call it? Your higher part, your higher soul is there for everybody that you're going to meet. I even see the pets. The pet's higher soul is there at this table too. I even see, honestly, this is interesting. I see cows. This is like the animals that you eat. Wow.
Oh
my gosh, that's big. I'm getting chills.
Oh,
Whoa, I'm seeing all the animals that you come in contact. Ooh, okay, wow.
oh my
My,
gosh.
my gosh, I never even thought about that. But it's huge. This is a huge. It's not a tiny table, Danny. It's a
It's
really big.
not.
It's really big, and I feel like when you're at the table, all of a sudden I'm seeing like you've got. I mean, because it's all going to be directed at you and your soul lessons. So it's almost like I see this world on top of the head of whoever we're talking about, and lights going out. It's like and it's a white world here,
Yeah.
and it's like okay, so it's all focused, and it's almost like it's going to be implanted somehow. I don't know what this means. I see it going down into the body like this whole thing like this. Okay, it's also coming around your body, so this it's like
Right.
this ball, and it's surrounding you to put all this the ingredients in of your life. Wow, that's like amazing.
Yeah.
And of course your angels, right? The angels will be there too, your angels.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
They better be there.
Yeah, your guardian angels. The thing is I know we talk about our guides, and
Right.
I think some of us go into this category where I believe the guides are really more about your higher self, a part of you that have come to
Sure.
help you, that you're tapping into. It's not really from over there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's part of you. You're the source of this, of the
Right.
guides. Okay. So you're planning also. Let me see about this planning. Okay, you're planning. You're in agreement with these four masters. You're planning what the lessons will be, and then you're picking out the guides too. And I see the guides coming in as colors. I
As
mean, I use
what?
colors, different colors. I mean, that's
Okay.
anyway. I see them as colors, but see, feel the colors, but they're already showing up as colors in the planning on this table at the table. They're already in
Yeah.
color, and they already
Yeah.
have their robes on and their regality and everything that they're going to be. That they're showing up that way already.
They're
At
showing up in their bathrobes. Is that what you just said?
the regal robe, the regal. I'm seeing
Oh,
one right now wearing a very regal robe, and it's like the purple with the white around. It's just the idea. They've already got this the plan, and they're already on. I feel they're so honored to do this. It's like an honor.
yeah.
Everybody honor.
Yeah.
I'd never thought about the animals though coming in. That's a lot of
Oh,
planning.
that's neat. And are you done? Are you done with
Yeah, yeah,
this?
yes.
Because you can keep going. I don't want to interrupt because that was awesome what you said there. When
Mm,
when you when you were first talking, when you first talking it, I got that when you were talking about the masters and there was some head guy, I
yes.
immediately went to the Akashic records.
Oh yeah.
And in that, you have the Lord of the records with your masters, your loved ones, and they. I got this image of them flipping through your past lives and going, okay, here's what you said you wanted to work on before,
Yeah.
and you got some of it right, and you stumbled a little bit here. So let's bring that back in. Let's not, and it's all in concert with you, but they're the master, the Lord of the records, is kind of putting more of a direction to it, along
Uh-huh.
with your other higher
Yeah.
source. And this is
Yeah.
all part of you.
Yes.
Um, and so as you sit at this table going through your contract and you're writing the contract, they're just saying you may want to add this in there too, because remember you kind of stumbled on that. Oh yeah, okay. So um and when you talked about the cows and the food at the table, which kind of was, that blew me away too, it went right back to respecting what we eat.
Yes.
How often do we just like grab a cheeseburger? Well, some people who are not vegetarians, and just shove it down your throat because it's lunchtime and I'm hungry and I got to eat. We don't, we're in such a hurry these days that we don't take time to appreciate and to thank and to give reverence for the sacrifice that these animals are giving up for us.
Yes. I know. It's amazing. They're
Yeah.
little angels. They're gifts. They are all gifts and we don't
Right.
appreciate it. No.
And yeah. So it's just time, taking time to slow down a little bit today.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me, I just was amazed to see all that because I'm thinking about getting a second dog. I'm a little nutso on this, but I don't need a second dog, but it's kind of the thing. But I had a vision this morning as I was waking up. As I was waking up, I saw another dog, getting into my car. I saw a golden retriever. She looked a little overweight. She looked about 9 years old. She looked happy and just so happy. And she was about to jump in the back of my car. But you know what? I'm already in love with her. I don't even know if there is one of those out there. But I'm just like I'm already in love with her, and like, well, okay, maybe she's going to come into my life.
Yeah. I don't think there's any maybe about it. she's on her way, just to let you know.
Yeah.
And when you said I'm thinking about getting another dog, I mean, why would I need another one? And I'm like, why would you not? Of course, of course. The only thing is if your other dog's going to get along with it, so.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We all got to get along together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yes, but talking about the animal again, I know I'm an animal lover, but I was thinking about the storm, and I was kind of tuned into that, and what I actually picked up was the seagulls, and I felt like, there's going to be death with the seagulls,
Yeah.
or there will be, and but it's this whole idea that they're giving us a gift of letting us know what's happening, that our emotions are out of control. I feel like the storm is more about our emotions on earth, the people, where we are, and it's just out of control. And so this is how it's showing up now. It's a what do you call it? It's just showing up this way.
Yeah.
This is the consequence of our emotions.
Yeah.
But the animals are kind of like in contract with this too, a gift.
Yeah. And I just think that, I don't know if the storm, I don't know if I'm feeling that the storm is a consequence of our actions, but our emotions, but it's certainly a consequence of our actions towards Mother Earth. I feel that really strongly.
Yes.
Not discounting what you said with our emotions, because our emotions are all. Are you fixing my hair?
No, there was an Amber Alert on my phone.
Oh, okay. Okay. But because our emotions are so screwed up right now, and that's certainly part of it, and it's also our physical actions to what we're doing to the planet. So, yeah.
Yes.
All right. So that was my question to you, right?
Yes. So are you ready for a question?
One more.
Okay.
Or more.
Are we almost out? Ooh.
Well, we got 34 minutes, so we'll see.
Okay. This will be an easy one, I think.
Oh, good.
Can you tell the future by looking at a crystal ball?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So how does it work now,
No.
Dan?
Yes,
no? Is it yes or no?
Well, I thought you wanted it I thought that was an easy answer. Yes and no. So can you tell the future? Well, okay, as I grab my crystal and put it in my hand. I am not I'm not big on predicting future, telling the future, because just as with the soul contract that we were talking about, that's all laid out for us. Here's your contract. This is what you're going to do. We come down to the planet and we get caught up in other things, and we have free will. So that changes the path of our original contract, and whether we get back on that path again is something for us to decide, right? We get to choose that, which is why in my last video, when I was talking about why do bad people reincarnate, when I was meditating on that this morning, I came up with bad people don't reincarnate as bad people. We get lost in our soul contracts because of our ego, our desire for fame, our desire for more money, power, whatever it is. So we just get lost and then we do bad things. So telling the future is really it doesn't allow any of our free choice in there, and so maybe maybe the way I look at that will change in the future, but right now that's kind of what I'm thinking. And it's but when you look at a crystal ball, what it does allow you to do is to tap into the fourth, fifth, sixth, the higher dimensions. As you focus in on that, you get to see different dimensions of the universal energy, and you'll get ideas from that will help you either get back on your path or take you onto maybe another path. Here's a question. Can you change your soul contract when you're on this earthly plane, on this physical existence?
Yeah, I mean, I have heard yes.
Okay.
I think that somehow I don't know. I mean, it's very metaphysical. I don't know the ins and outs of
right.
it, but I know I've heard that you can, with intention, with your intention. Yeah, just like you can choose what path you're on. And when I think about looking at the crystal ball, it's a tool. It's a divination tool, just like the cards, perhaps.
Sure.
But you're right. There's nothing that's set in stone, but there are some people in history, like look at Nostradamus. I don't know if he looked at crystal balls, but some people were just naturally, it's pretty advanced. I mean, he was quite advanced, right? So it's not the everyday psychic that would be able to be like Nostradamus, but so I think that you can get something. At least you get the energy of what's the potential.
Yeah, right. And just tapping into those people like Edgar Casey, Nostradamus, and the psychics that are even on YouTube. I mean, some of them are super. I mean, they're really good. We are opening up that doorway more and more and more. And people are becoming more aware of what gifts they have and how they want to recreate their world. And as long as, in my opinion, as long as you're doing it in love and light, you're on the right path, and you can change what light path you want to go to in the middle of your soul contract. But I think it's still probably part of your soul contract. I
To be able
think
to,
it's part of that.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
So as you shift away from it a little bit, you get back onto. Anyway, that's
Yes.
just me.
But you know what can happen too, Danny? So we have, I don't know if we talked about this before. This assemblage point. Now, this is an energy thing. It's about 18 inches away from your heart. And it kind of has your
Mm-hmm.
contract in there. It's a spot in your field. And if it gets shattered for whatever reason, you can be off your path a bit.
Right.
So
Right.
there is actually an
Yeah.
energy to it as well.
Sure.
And you can
And
put it back even. You can imagine putting it back together and creating all together again, putting all those pieces back together to make you stronger on your soul path.
yeah. Yeah. That's so interesting. When you said that, I went, okay, so you have your heart chakra that if it gets shattered, your
Yes.
soul path gets a little
Yeah.
wonky and goes off kilter, and you
Yeah.
can put it back together. Well, what about your other chakras? And it's going to be fun to explore the other chakras, like your crown chakra. What happens if that gets,
Yeah.
hurt a little bit? And when I went to that, it went, well, that's not going to get hurt. That crown chakra, unless you get, like you're walking in New York City and a piano falls on your head from a cartoon or something, you know what I'm saying? But, Wile E. Coyote.
Uh-huh.
But normally that crown chakra isn't going to get damaged as your heart chakra will. And it's
Yeah.
just fun I'm going to have fun exploring that because I've never explored that before. So
Yeah.
that's cool. Thank you for that.
It's actually outside of your heart chakra. This
Yeah.
assemblage that can shatter through trauma or whatever. And then you're
Yes.
going to feel a little more lost in your life path. But so it's not even really, it's outside the chakra. So it's a little different.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, but you want that to be connected as a guiding force to your
Sure.
heart
Of
connected to,
course.
yes.
Of course. And with trauma that I've experienced, certainly you feel that, and when we're so into it, we forget to tap into our our energy levels in our body and put things back together. At least for me, I did, because I'm so wrapped up in how things are just falling apart. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. No. And I think when we are having a vulnerable time, make sure you try to avoid anything that's going to make you feel more messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're
Yeah.
feeling vulnerable,
Right.
yourself, take care of yourself.
Right. Right. All right. Okay, here's,
Okay.
did I ask you a question?
No, I think I asked you a question about the crystal ball.
Okay. So here, and let's see if this will be quick because we're at 43. So you have 10 seconds to answer.
Okay. Okay.
What are three things, and we may have already talked about it. What are three things that we can do to be in alignment with this new shift that we are feeling in this new age?
Oh, that's such a good question. I love that question, Danny. Woohoo.
10
Okay.
seconds. 10
Okay.
seconds.
Ground. Okay. You want to say grounding to the earth. Feel at one with the earth, because if you can't ground, if you're not grounded, you're not going to be able to fly. Okay.
Right.
You got to have that. So that's one, ground. I'd say be connected to your heart through meditation and quiet time, sitting in the quiet, contemplation. That's another thing I'd say is grounding, sitting in the heart. And a third thing, boy, that's a third thing. A third thing. What was the question?
See, I threw you off by saying 10 seconds. You were talking so fast. Okay.
Is that it?
Three things that we can do to be in alignment with this new shift, this new age of energy that we're feeling.
Okay. Yes. Trust yourself. So you
Ah,
feel grounded, open your heart, and then trust yourself.
yeah.
And I would say also, I really want to encourage everybody. I know people love politics and all to get into that gooey stuff. But if you're, again, I just feel like to maybe step back, not so much, because it's going to mess you up.
Right.
If you get too much of it.
Okay. So you didn't play by the rules there, Kim.
Uh-oh.
You went 4. You said 4 things.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Great.
Man.
Open the heart and trust yourself.
And turn off the TV. So, and there's so many more things than just 3, right? I mean, there's so many more things, but we need to put it into a little box.
Yes. Yes, Danny. To put it into a little box. I know that. Okay, Danny,
There I am.
To put it into a little box. And put it into a little box and.
Okay, I'm back, I think.
Hi, Danny.
Oh, this StreamYard. I got to get rid of it. This is awful. Anyway, the reason I said 3 is because we can start thinking of way too many things, right? Yeah. So I think turning off the TV is hugely important. But yeah, there's so much. And one of the things that I would add to that, so that we have an even 5 number, is start playing with your inner child.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Give that kid a hug and just start playing with that inner child again.
Wow, that is such a good point. It makes me want to cry. That's so wonderful.
Yeah. So tell me again what you said, because I was worried about me going black.
Oh no, I just said grounding and
grounding.
Rest. Play with the inner child. Oh, I think that's, oh my gosh, that's just beautiful.
Yeah. So grounding, open up your heart chakra. You said one more thing.
Trust yourself.
Trust
grounding, yourself. Playing with your inner.
Trust. Playing with inner child and turning off the TV. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's leave it on there.
Thank you much.
Thank you. This was so great. And we'll see you real soon. We're going to do this. We're going to keep doing this just kind of, because I think it's super important to get away from the craziness and just ground this. It's like Wednesday with spirit.
Yeah. And it makes me think, these questions really make you think. So it's very good.
It does.
Thank you.
Okay, stay there. Hang on. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.